I wish I wasn't. I pressed stream too quickly and it just started. I wanted to keep talking to T-Dog about PewDiePie. I want this song to just be playing constantly. If he had schizophrenia, I don't know. What the fuck am I talking about? Right, okay. Let's put the song down. I thought that'd be a nice safe song to choose, seeing as though it's on GTA. So they're not gonna fucking copyright that, right? People stream GTA all the time. Anyway. Gonna have a look at some new stuff today. Sorry about my voice, I'm quite poorly. Once again, I get fucking flu. Oh, straight away. Let's go to the UK though first. Ministers reverse. Oh, hang on. I'll turn TTS on so people can fucking speak. I always forget to turn TTS on. There we go. Ministers reverse. May era foreign students law. Fuck off. May era. The era of Theresa May, which is like just 3 years. Let's listen to this fucking. Why? Well, this is another thing today. Sajid Javid. I think he's the Chancellor now. The Exchequer. Talking about how this new thing that they're doing right now is great because we need more foreign students. He said the best of the best from around the world. Why aren't we creating the best of the best? Got all these kids running about. And yet they'll tell us any child is capable of like the greatest things if you just... So why are you fucking picking them out of Africa then? Or fucking India? Pick... The fuck are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about? So let's just say, I used to like this woman. I wanted this woman to be the Theresa May. When Theresa May was, well, when Brexit first was voted for. And, for fuck's sake, you do not know her. Link me to some pro. How can you pick out this fucking random Asian chick? That is a fucking obsession. Honestly, I wouldn't. If you showed me like 90 pictures of Asians, I wouldn't be able to pick Bruce Lee out. And I'm, melting pot of diversity. So yeah, back to fucking immigrants. Yeah, I'd have voted for this, even though I wasn't a Tory member at the time. I'd have voted for this woman, right? Yeah, and she had a lot of support, and a lot of the grassroots people from Brexit had a lot of support when David Cameron first stepped down. But guess what happened? Boris Johnson and Michael Gove, who were ordained team leave by who knows. What the fuck's that on her neck, by the way? A chicken foot? A fucking silver chicken foot? Um, yeah, then they were ordained the official team lead by. I'm looking around there physically. I know you can't see me, but I'm looking around like, wait, there is no one here. By no one. Nobody who voted. Everyone they were either with Nigel Farage, or it was just sort of an independent movement. The Brexit movement spawned the fucking Trump movement, or it was like a warning sign. It happened here first, and then we got Brit fagged out of it, and then look what happened to it. It went all fucking, you know, um, caffeine free, I guess. What the fuck's it called? Decaf. The decaf MAGA movement just fucking sucking Israel's dick all day. That's all it is now. Just suck the fucking dick. How fucking Jews are amazing. That's all fucking MAGA is now. So let's just know this one's just fucking. Yeah, they're useless cunts. We know. They're useless cunts that come over here and they lecture us, and then they're sat in the fucking audience on BBC Question Times. Well, actually, I think it's deeply racist the way that. Who the fuck off back to fucking Pakistan? I'm shouting that and the window's open. It's a fucking immigrant couple next door. Man, they're not Pakistanis. I should fucking hope so. Why are they filling out job applications? You got your education. Fuck off. Fuck off. It's all you see now. Have you seen the universities? It looks like fucking Star Trek. Yeah, that's not how the British streets look. Well, they do in London, but that's not how they're fucking. Well, they look. I'm saying well because they're looking more and more like that these days. Oh, great! Yeah, that's what we need. A bunch of fucking African feminists. They're useless bastards. Why are you bringing people in here to fill fucking jobs when there's a bunch of fucking people that don't have jobs? A whole bunch of them, and you're spending money bringing people here, pulling them out of poverty. We've got our own people you could be spending this money on. They're just obsessed with immigrants. It's all they fucking care about. Just obsessed. This is a conservative, by the way. This is what they call a hard right conservative in the U. This woman gets called far right all the time. She's a fucking dope, a pawn like Donald Trump, like big pedo Donald Trump, big fucking fucks his daughter Donald Trump. Definitely fucks his daughter Donald Trump. Yeah, the UK's economy. Oh, the economy, great, great. 0.1% on the economy, amazing. How about you cut some fucking tax, you daft bitch? Um, the move reverses decision made. Yep, yep, you're right. The Parliament the other day voted to open the private emails of like 9 individuals. The Parliament just fucking open. It's insane. They've lost their fucking mind, and they're refusing to have an election at the moment. We're not allowed an election because they know we hate them, and most of them would be kicked out, so we won't have an election. So what the fuck? Who are you? What are you actually doing? What are you actually doing? It's never been more obvious. This is why I voted for Brexit. You can go back and look at my videos on YouTube from fucking. Where I've said this entire thing. I'm like a fucking genius. I don't understand why I'm sat here and I'm not working for some political organisation. I've said the exact everything that's going to happen the entire way, from my doom and gloom the day before the Brexit vote was counted. Before the Brexit votes were counted, the night before Brexit Eve, where I was all depressed and I thought we weren't going to get through. And then even if we did get through, they were just going to fuck it. What happened? The fuck does. It's been 3 years. 3 fucking years. And all this shit about compromise and what we need to do and how we need to compromise and we still need the immigration, all this stuff like that. We need to go, well, let's keep the single market. If we'd have voted to remain in the EU, how much compromise do you think we'd have got? I think that, oh, well, we voted to remain, but, 48% voted to leave, so we will cut immigration. They wouldn't have. They'd have fucking stamped and walked over us. We'd be living in fucking, in what would probably look like some sort of gay pride event 24/7 in this country. They'd have opened the borders wider. It would have been seen as consent for all this fucking global homo bullshit. The change will apply to international students in the UK. There were around 450,000. 450,000 people, okay? They have to remind you like how big England is. We've got 60 million people crammed in this country. Okay, and the borders are fucking like 500,000 arrive every year. That's not even births. And that's not even the people that they then apply to bring over once they've got their citizenship and they can bring all the fucking family here as well. 60 million people. That is the population of both Canada and Australia, nations that are the size of fucking continents, combined in this country. And the big model, well, just look at Japan. Japan's got 120 million people. We can fit more people in. We can cram people in. We can destroy the countryside, cram people into fucking just endless cityscapes of drones. What's wrong? What's wrong? Being fucking racist? What's wrong? We've got plenty of space. Yeah, you used to live on the outskirts of town, and now there's fucking housing estates just that span out where the farms used to be. What's your fucking problem? Yeah, the crime's going fucking mental. There's no school spaces. The health system, the big evil socialist health system that used to be fucking amazing and serve everyone, and everyone happily paid into because of that, is now in ruins because it can't afford the amount of fucking people that are just being brought in. The whole country is just a fucking shithole. Just a fucking shithole. And there he is, look. Chancellor Sajid Javid tweeted that the move was about time, adding the government should have reversed this silly policy years ago. Evidence shows that I wonder who conducted this study. Have anything to do with the same institutions and university institutions that are benefiting from all these people coming and the fucking money pouring? Evidence shows that international students bring significant positive social outcomes to the UK. They're pretty unspecific there, wasn't it? Because they don't. And I'll tell you that the best case scenario, the model, ideal, assimilated citizen is this man. Chancellor Sajid Javid, who is just prying the fucking doors open for everyone, because that's what happens. Oh, we need to take the best of the best. We need to take the elite, the most intelligent, the doctors, the geniuses, the rocket scientists, the biologists, the natural scientists. Oh, well, that's all fine and good. But what happens when they have their fucking snot-nosed kids who are born into privilege, rich, and they don't understand they just pry the door open for every fucker else. That's all that happens. You end up in a swamp of third world shit. Like every Western major city now. They all have their area of third world shit. Just crime. I've had enough of that story. I'm not going to continue with that story because it's giving me fucking heart palpitations. Let's have a look. British Australian one. I love this shit all the time. Held in a this bitch is a spy. All right, I've not fucking read this, but come on. British Australian. So she's British Australian, and she was in Iran. Ding 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 ding. So she's either like an immigrant who's like fucking shilled away into two different citizenships. Or as I said, she's more likely a spy, an actual British spy. These idiots get caught all the time. And I have zero sympathy for them. 2 British Australian women and an Australian man have been detained in Iran amid growing tensions between London and Tehran. One of the women was arrested by her with her boyfriend 10 weeks ago on unknown charges. And another woman was jailed for 10 years. Say what you want about Iran. And I know it's slightly backwards, but it's not that backwards either. I think it's like the most educated nation in the region. They're not stupid. They're radically conservative and Islamic. But 10 years. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not... What, rhyme scheme? I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about someone saying in chat or something? Did I rhyme? Iran has held several dual national... there it is, look. Iran has held several dual nationals in recent years, including the Brit... I'm going to keep that to the fucking side so I can read what people are saying. So I don't understand the TTS, that's my problem. Iran has held several dual nationals in Tehran. 2 British Australian women and an Australian man have been detained in Iran amid growing tensions begin London and Tehran. It's like poetry. 2 British Australian women and an Australian man have been detained in Iran amid growing tensions between London and Tehran. Anyway, they've been detaining dual national. This is why dual nationality should be a criminal offence. I've been for a long time. I've always advocated ending dual nationality. You shouldn't have dual nationality. It's insane. Pick one or the other. These people are just spies. All of them are just spies. All these dual national JEWS. The husband said the hostage diplomacy cannot go on. Relations between the UK and Iran have been strained in recent months by a row over the seizure of oil tankers in the Gulf. The 2 Oh, is that it? Is that just that? Not the one that we stole. Just the one that they did. The 2 What the fuck? Yeah, exactly. No confidence in the government, but no confidence that they've got no confidence in the people. That's what it comes down to, really. They don't trust what they've chosen, and they don't trust that they'll re-elect them now that they've stabbed them in the back and exposed it. That's what I was getting at earlier on, by the way, when I was talking about how amazing I was and how I predicted this entire thing. The only reason I voted for Brexit to begin with, I never thought that we'd actually get out, and I still don't believe that we will. I believe even when we leave, we might leave. Once again, I'm doing things that you can't see. I'm doing the quotation marks with my hands. Once we leave, we by that point, it's. I mean, what do you think they've been doing for 3 years? They have been preparing. Okay, they've been fucking organising so that we can't do anything on our own. The same thing that they've done for the last 20 years in the EU, where they've slowly like disintegrated and destroyed Western European heavy industry and turned us into sort of a more services and financial sector and moved the heavy industry east, move a lot of the wealth that way, spread the wealth around this, what they want to be a country, one country. That was the idea. And people, especially the working classes in the UK and Western Europe, have suffered enormously, obviously, because they're just sort of like left with nothing. And shitty, terrible jobs that used to be like you're building things, you're doing shit, you're a man, you're actually going to work, you're fucking, and now you're stood behind a fucking counter serving fucking smelly immigrants all day who are like doctors, terrible, terrible doctors who you can't understand even when you go see them. The whole fucking, it's just a fucking, it feels like a discount store country. Everything's just sort of patched together. It's shit. The BBC understands the two British Australian women are in Tehran's Evin jail, where Mrs. Zengari Ratcliffe, 41, a mother of one from London, has been held on spying charges since 2016. She denies the allegations. One of the women being detained is reportedly, you can hear my voice is now failing, but this illness is getting slightly worse, reported a blogger who was travelling through Asia with her Australian boyfriend. A source told the BBC that she has been told she's being held as part of a plan for a potential prison swap with Australia. Oh, have you heard the music? An ordinary family. An ordinary family, except she James Bonds around the fucking world, taking fucking documents to consulates. Hello? Why are you blurring that dude's face out? Who's that dude? Fucking MI5. That's why. Ah, look at her. Ah, you've been banned from leaving the country. She's like, shit, the fucking. She doesn't even suit that. Look at her. She's like, oh, fuck. I've been fucking caught. No, I can't. I can see, oh shit, I know what I've done. That's what I see on her face. I don't see shock. Oh, media charities. The media charities, everyone. Do you remember Top Pedo and procurer? How do you say that word? Procure. What the fuck? When you procure things, procurer. You know what I'm saying? The getter of things for the royalty and elite. Let's say things. Jimmy Savile, who got things for the Prince of Wales, who got things for the royal family, who had a key to hospitals, a skeleton key, very very strange thing. He was also used for other things other than like pedo rings and potentially being the Yorkshire Ripper by the government. He was used as a spy himself. He had visits to Israel, um, and this is something that governments do. Um, not just spying on. I didn't mean like spying on Israel, but probably alongside Israel. He got sent there with documents, and they do this with these celebrities a lot of the time. You'll notice they send celebrities, and they go to these countries and they meet foreign things, and because they can basically get through without being checked. same way you or I would be checked, or even politicians at sometimes, these celebrities, they get them to carry sensitive information in and out of the country. Usually foreign countries. Not for, you know what I mean, like opposing countries. Oh, look at that language. Oh, Bojo, no. As I understand it at the very limit. Oh no. She was a spy. She was so obviously a spy. Oh, it's Bojo's fault. It's Bojo's fault because fucking look at her. Strained lady face says so. She did. Oh, well, at least the BBC mentioned that. You'd never hear that in America. You know, all this shit about, oh, we need to protect democracy. We need to install democracy in Iran. So you got rid of it. That's just the American. That's just the American privilege, though. I love watching Congress because they're always fucking America in it. America in it. America! America! And everyone claps and gets fucking teary-eyed. Starts standing and putting their hands on their chest and everything. It's just like, it's all great for fucking national pride, right? But these politicians, they can't do it. Because anything that they threat about with like North Korea or Russia, particularly Russia and Iran, all the shit they say, or Syria about them, the Americans do and I don't mean Americans as in like generally the people. This is America. Obviously I don't mean like generally American people or the soldiers or anything like that. The fucking it's not the soldiers' fault. But it's probably literally the most damaging force in the world, the US military as a whole. And again, I'm sure they do loads of good, of course, but you can't like just the amount of influence is it's ridiculous. You can't lecture people. Like if you're going to be Rome, you can't sit on your fucking on Caesar's chair talking about how shit the fucking how shit other empires or kingdoms are. You're Rome. You do it all, bad and good. The best was the old US Navy um, recruiting video. They used to play it before Monday Night Raw. The US Navy, a force for good. And it was like steaming through the Atlantic. Think, yeah, where's that ship going? Fucking Iraq or. Uh, oh, doggo, how you doing? Hey, watch out, it's a microphone. Hey, hello. That's the microphone, stop it. What was that about America? What the fuck do you say about America? The fuck do you say about America? You're either with us or you're with the terrorists. That's the greatest thing that anybody ever said, by the way. Like, at least that's what I liked about George Bush, though. At least, like, with people like him, Dick Cheney, John Bott, like, that's the actual face of, like, the American military industrial complex, which is basically the government of the United States, is like that's America. That's what people see. That's not what I think of when I think of America, because we get all the cultural TV, the stuff like that, and we haven't been invaded yet. But but like that's the kind of it's obnoxious. It really is obnoxious, and I don't know if Americans see it or not. Or and of course, Americans have the privilege of not caring what people think, because what the fuck are you gonna do? Dick Cheney, yeah, that's a great story about Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney killed a guy. He fucking killed a guy. But that's that is I do have a lot of I have fond memories from the Bush administration because of that. But because of Bush, I guess you got Obama. It swung the other way. I mean, that was I felt embarrassed for America during the Obama administration when Iran had the fucking Marines like on the knees and shit like that. It's like just fucking drone strike every port on the outside. That would fucking stop them. That's what I wanted the Royal Navy to do when they took our tanker. You know how the British beat the fucking Argentinians, don't you? Yeah. Did he? That's so typical. Yeah, you know the British beat the fucking Argentinians so easily, don't you? Because we build, including American technology, because we have like the special agreement, which is basically everything we both discover or research. We then share the technology with each other, which has been very beneficial. Um, the British have obviously always, and I think most people know, built some of like the best ships in the world. Hence the whole Royal Navy thing. And basically, we had a range war where we we basically made sure that we sent the ships that could fire further than the Argentinian ships, and then we just fired at them. And then when they got closer, we backed off, so they couldn't reach, and fucking sank them. And of course, who gives a fuck? Why are you fucking smoking it for medical purposes? First of all, to interject in this conversation, that's just gay. Okay, you're gonna smoke to get high. Smoke to get fucking high. What, are you gonna live to be fucking 100? Probably not. In fact, people who talk like this, I hope they get hit by a fucking train. Alright? Shouldn't have said that. Stop being an attention whore, you little. My dog is obsessed because I'm raising my voice and he hates it. Oh my god, he's fucking climbing on me. Doggo, you're a huge fucking Labrador. Get down. Get down, for fuck's sake. Yeah, right, everyone, I'll be right back. I'm gonna play a little song and I'm gonna go get my dog a treat or something, okay? Um, then I don't know what I'll do when I get back. I'm gonna talk about PewDiePie or something. PewDiePie. Um, I've got to think of a song. Um, what? Well, someone saying we should get free weed. Why do you need free weed? If it's legal, you can just grow it. It is easy to grow. Free weed. The only problem with that is the legality. Because they've got to get that tax money. Once you get one grow finished, start growing halfway through the fucking, just it's. I can't think of a song, everyone.
treatment for.
I just realised I haven't had TTS on. You guys haven't been able to hear TTS this entire time, and I keep pausing and not speaking. I'm fucking retarded, okay? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go make my dog happy, play this song. I'll come back, and TTS will be back on. Keep arguing about weed. And also what? Well, maybe for some people, but well, first of all, if you have AIDS, you know, there's other things you could have done, and fuck it. I'll be right back.
You made me feel sweet. And if I'm losing my mind, would you lose yours with me?
You are diverting from the point, Obsoletist.
Like water in the pan. It's hard to keep my cool, knowing I'm your man. So let's spend some time wasting it away.
We are talking about medical benefit.
You went and changed the game.
Not reasons why people get AIDS.
Breaking all the rules. Our signs don't match. Immigration issues, trying to prove I'm with you.
You could work at a hospital and get hit by a syringe and get AIDS. Okay, no point talking with you, stoner. You just try to rationalize your addiction. There are very, 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 very few cases where patients react allergic to the usual treatment where THC is one alternative, but it is far from being a pro-legalize weed dude argument.
By my side like a monkey on my back. It's been a ride and we know it near done. I guess you need the laws to know when you're up.
At Troll, 6 degrees Celsius 20. No, that's not what I'm doing, and now you have conceded the argument. At Super Susie 87, addictions don't need to be physical. That's not true either. Weed can be mentally addictive but not physically, like nicotine or heroin. God damn. More like coffee. At jazz_Girath_lol. People are addicted to coffee and they are addicted to weed. Jazz_Girath, was that in reference to Taation? Wait, what would coffee addiction look like? At Herbie Buggery point still stands. You suggest that weed should be paid for by insurances, and I say no. Same for any other healthcare. Let genetic inferior people and druggies die. At Sodat, you feel like you need to drink it to function. At Sodat, eyes twitching. At Triadisk, of course. At Jazz_Girath Ari Shugihara. At Sodat, a liberal female at Starbucks. I'm pretty sure. XD. At Jazz_Girath, see, that's what I would assume too.
And if I'm losing my mind,
at Troll,
Would you
6
lose
degrees
yours
Celsius
with me?
20. Well, you are entitled to
You
your
make me
opinion.
wanna
What
melt.
other medicines do you think insurance shouldn't
Like
pay
water
for?
in the pain.
At Troll, D08D,
It's hard to keep my cool.
//
Knowing I'm your man. So let's spend some
at
time.
Herbie Green on. But inferior hippie shit even less. At Herbie Buggery, I'm in trouble
Love
then.
is like music. You went and changed the game.
Solid Milkers,
We're breaking all the rules. Our side signs don't match. Immigration issues, trying to prove I'm with you.
at Troll, 6 degrees Celsius 20. It's not inferior for certain conditions, which you have not disputed.
Would truly take my heart, but it's only time apart. In no time we gon' be right back, right by my side like a monkey on my back. It's been a ride and we know when it's done. I guess you need the lows to know when you're up.
You know, if you were to follow a busy doctor as he makes his daily round of calls, you'd find yourself having a mighty busy time keeping up with him. Time out for many men of medicine usually means just long enough to enjoy a cigarette. And because they know what a pleasure it is to smoke a mild, good-tasting cigarette, they're
At
particular
Troll,
about the
6
brand they
degrees
choose.
Celsius
In
20.
a
Your
repeated
problem with
national
weed is you
survey,
view the
doctors
culture
in
around
all
it as
branches of
negative,
medicine,
but that
doctors in
culture, or
all
better
parts
said
of the country
subculture,
were
only
asked,
developed
"What
because of its
cigarette do you
prohibio.
smoke,
It is
doctor?"
just a substance,
Once
a
again, the
plant
brand
like any
named
other.
most was Camel.
At Herbie
Yes,
Buggery, if
according
you
to
are
this
allergic to
repeated
the usual
nationwide survey,
treatment is
more
one
doctors
alternative,
smoke Camels
but as
than
it is a
any other
recreational
cigarette.
drug, you have a whole
Why
lobby
not
of
change to
stoners that
Camels
want to
for
put
the next
costs
30
on
days
society.
and see what a difference
Grow
it
it
makes in your
yourself,
smoking
know the
enjoyment.
risks, and stop
See how
trying to
Camels
grab
agree
into
with your
others'
throat.
pockets for your
See
fun
how
drugging.
mild and good tasting
Speaking
a
of
cigarette
enjoying
can be.
cigarettes, BRB. At Troll, 6 degrees Celsius 20. Have I mentioned recreation cannabis once? That's a different issue we could discuss if you like.
It's a normal
At Super
cigarette,
Susie
hasn't been doctored.
87 smoked.
Alright, what the
Grew
fuck?
it myself, knew the risks,
The
never
fuck?
got caught.
The better idea was for me to have the Ghost Box co-host, which I almost bought the other day, and then I started to think, I've got this idea where I want to co-host. I'm going to have like a rotating panel, I guess. A rotating co-host seat of dead celebrities and politicians through a Ghost Box. I don't know if you know what a Ghost Box is. And talk to the dead through it. I thought, I can have Kennedy, have Michael Jackson, Gandhi. Could
Give
talk to
me
them
the
all.
sauce on the Asian milkers Obso.
And the fucking he does it. T-Dog has it.
Fuck this weed discussion.
T-Dog knows who the Asian woman is. I made this picture. I searched Asian girl. I searched Asian girl
Gardy.
the other day on YouTube, and I got it, and I did a cheap fucking Photoshop filter over it. And then I put it on here today, and straight away T-Dog is just like, oh, that's fucking, whatever the fucking name is. Some real Asian shit. Said some Asian shit. So yeah. T-Dog's your man. He knows all the Asians.
At Super Susie 87, in my opinion, genetic failures should die ASAP. I said easier.
Genetic failures should die. What do you mean genetic failures? What does that even mean? I'm getting caught up with fucking chat's insane fucking arguments. People were just arguing about weed a second ago. It's like Herb, who's like quite clear what he thinks about weed, and then whoever the fuck that fucking troll was, Dad,
Medical
probably.
cannabis is abused.
Herb's dad.
Most people in the US lie to the doctor to get
Oh,
prescribed,
so
but they
fuck!
only do that cause of the ridiculous
So
prohibitio on it.
fuck!
But that doesn't mean all medical reasons for weed are invalid. That's a retarded assumption
right.
to make.
It's Herb.
At Super Susie 87, yes. It is in most cases the patient's own fault. I'm weed dude.
it's Herb saying that. I thought it was the other
Troll
guy.
Herb's dad.
Yeah, it's Herb's dad. Dad, you fucking.
Fuck.
It's your dad, Herb. He's clearly on here trying to talk you out of fucking smoking weed with his old dad arguments. I mean, the only thing I agree with Troll about is I don't want to pay for anybody to anything. Right? I don't want to pay for your fucking weed. I don't want to pay for your fucking nothing.
At Super Susie 87 I probably will, and I hope till then the social security system is dead.
What? See, you are old because you're talking about like the social security system.
At SS Ellie, just remember Ellie, it was an inside job and the dancing T-Rex was responsible.
The fuck are you talking about? The fuck's that even
Pay
mean?
for my dilation, bigot.
Yeah, I don't want
She wished me cancer.
I don't want to pay for anything. Anything at all. Grow it. If you fucking that bothered, grow it. If it's illegal, still grow it. You fucking... Does it matter that much?
That is a fair point, Obsoletist, and I am also against socialized medicine. But if you have one, it should pay for any medicine you need. At SSLE07.
Alright, it should, right? You're right. Yeah, and when I know what you're talking about. I think you made the point about the epileptic kids and stuff like that. I know that, although it's not cannabis, is it? It's CBD oil. It's not like they're fucking rolling up and smoking fucking weed. But yeah.
Really, you must be a retard to get caught growing weed.
Yeah, well, you might live in a fucking warm climate, alright? But some of us live in the UK.
At SSLE good and you.
Where it's fucking...
Just shut the fuck up and grew it.
Where it snows, alright? And then your house is the only house in the street that has no fucking snow on the roof, and everyone's like, oh, hold on a second. Something's fucking going on there. We also have grass fire departments.
You have no points, troll. You are just talking out your ass.
Who fly their choppers over houses looking for suspicious heat. Because God knows there might be a fire, or more likely there's just a
Some
fucking
people live in
grown operation.
apartments.
Some people live in apartments.
Apartments.
And? So some fucking grow weed in your apartment. What's the difference? I'm not saying have a fucking... a Breaking Bad, I know that was meth, but some sort of growing operation.
I grew indoor. But not with 1200 watts so the snow would melt.
It doesn't need to be like a fucking room full of them. Have a couple of plants.
And the smell will get you caught.
Listen, right, I know people who are growing weed in their house, alright, and it's...
Ever heard of filters?
You can't smell it. I mean, you can smell it when you get in the fucking room, but you can't... There's ways to stop the smell, okay? Just gotta look this shit up. What the fuck? I'm talking about fucking...
At SSLE cornflake.
Growing weed now. This was supposed to be the news show. About my boring news. Just for the laugh of it, let's have a look at the Drudge Report front page. I know it's better than a lot of things like the BBC and stuff, but it is a proper laugh sometimes. I mean, if Israel's an asshole, this is the cock that fucks it.
It should be legal and adults should be able to buy it in the store. Do you have to brew your own beer, grow your own tobacco? One of my aunt's husbands got busted growing weed.
It's so...
2 entire trailers worth.
It's so
He
much.
tried to burn them both down, but they put the second fire out. Still got 15 years, I think it
Yeah,
was.
brutal that, like.
At SSLER.
You're not in as much trouble in the UK. Like, say that they busted me and they found a plant, but I didn't have any like little baggies or scales. If you don't have like little scales or anything like that, and they don't think that you were dealing
Cancer
it,
can be genetic inferiority or the patient's own fault, in both cases, not society's issue.
well, it might be society's
Sorry,
issue.
Obsoletist, I made a offhand comment. This dude decided to fart all over chat.
It might be
Do
society's
you get beer or tobacco for free? Or
issue.
have we moved past the free part? At Troll, 6 degrees Celsius 20 besides the point.
But yeah, and like I was saying, it might be society's issue. For instance, there's a whole lot more society in Beijing than there is in, you know, Stockport, UK, and you're much more likely to get cancer as well because of all that society and what comes with it. Basically, disgusting, polluting, smelly
Well, yeah,
humans.
I'm saying recreational. Now.
And unfortunately, that's what is now considered society. That's where we are.
Should be legal for adults.
But almost everything should be legal for adults, really. There's things that I think should be illegal, like
either total legalizatio or no legalizatio.
Heroin and stuff like that. I'm always a bit, because you have to actually. There's a process. Do you know what I mean? And you're making it for.
This dude is cool with growing it, but he thinks it should be illegal, I guess.
Yeah, which makes no sense. It makes no sense. But it's like anything else. I used to work in a shop, right, years ago, and every fucking day you'd get the fucking. I mean, I still see him now, actually. Yeah, it doesn't matter where you fucking work, you still see alcoholics.
Everything should be legal for adults, I agree, and I agree there should be a process. Yes, you got it, Herb. Make it legal and you get the same issues as with alcohol. Falklands US and the rest of our all allies in EU abandoned NATO and EU defense treaties, to name merely two.
First of all, the entire thing is so complex. Especially when you start talking about like cigarettes and alcohol and the tax that's lumped off the top of that. You know, it's not just these companies or individuals that profit from this stuff. But that's one of the reasons that I don't like the idea of legality.
I agree, Susie.
That's one of the reasons I don't like the idea of legality with weed, is because
At Troll, 6 degrees Celsius 20, there are problems with it, but it isn't alcohol, so saying that doesn't make any sense.
All that's going to happen is what's happened with alcohol and with cigarettes. I don't know how much cigarettes cost in the United States, but over here, you'd have. I don't know how fucking people
At Troll,
afford to
6
smoke.
degrees Celsius 20, how else would you like the government to baby you?
I don't know how people
Stoner
afford
arguments. Maybe try not smoking your plant matter for a year or two. I could also agree with that. Having an age prerequisite would be allowable.
Yeah, also, you don't have to smoke it either. You can eat it.
At Troll, 6 degrees Celsius 20, I haven't smoked in a month.
You can eat it. It has the same effects. You can eat other plants.
Years, not months.
I get the smoking thing is retarded anyway. Because just passively you smoke all sorts of things, and I'm not talking about like secondhand smoke and stuff like that. I'm talking about like exhaust fumes.
/obso.
You're right, so the thing it is self-inflicted, and smoking isn't good for you. Okay, it doesn't matter what we're talking about right here. It's going to do damage to your lungs, to your throat, and stuff like that. Anyway, everyone knows this.
At Troll, 6 degrees Celsius 20, you have no argument, so I can see why you choose not to use it. You can barely think sober. Lol.
Herb is raging. He is raging. Troll, unmask yourself. We know you're some fucking person on this website that just isn't signed in. Who are you? Who are you? Fucking, who is it? Is it Dad? Is it you, Dad? Just fucking come forward. You big greasy fucking girl's blouse. Right, so let's have a little look at the Drudge, just for a laugh. Oh, there it is, but la 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 la. Didn't take long. Why aren't the pictures loading? The pictures still aren't loading. I don't have like an ad block on or anything. Netanyahu whisked from campaign event because of Palestinian rocket fire. Fireworks. Accuses rivals of
At
plotting to
Herbie Buggery,
steal
you like
election.
getting high. Got it. You want not to be bothered getting high, you want everyone to be like you.
What?
Just boof your THC and stop putting it on everyone like a tranny. Why can't this guy show his face? Jamie Rawls 2019. Weed should certainly be legal. I have it smoked in an hour, lol. I fell asleep with a half AJ Buliders are installing fire doors so smoky MC pot Wednesday yum.
I don't understand what these people fucking worry about. They like pace back and forth in the fucking houses. Like they're putting it on everyone else, man. They're fucking. It's like when you go to a pub. Is everyone just like, oh yeah, man, it's fucking, let's embrace booze, and you leave like promoting it and putting up
At
fucking
Troll,
stickers and stuff.
6 degrees Celsius 20 Jude. I said I'm against socialized Heath Carey. Can you read?
Can you spell is the fucking question, I think. Heathcare. You're making some doozies, I'll give you that one. What was the other one? I can't remember what the other one was. It made me laugh. I'll look up chat now. Where was it? Oh, there was something. You corrected yourself straight afterwards, but it was great. Apartments instead of apartments. That was good.
At Herbie Buggery, not the point. But like a tranny on pride parades, you are happy with stoners parading through the streets.
We're not fucking. Where's this happening? Where's that happening? We're a bunch of stoners fucking dildoing up each other up the arse with fucking bongs. Stroking nipples with pipes. You're lying. You're lying. It's simply not that. Of course, there are weed advocates out there. And?
Click the link. Apps may tell Facebook last time users had sex. It does happen, believe it or not. At Troll, 6 degrees Celsius 20. You equate smoking a little weed with being a tranny. But you said you used to smoke weed, so you were basically a tranny, right?
Terrible argument.
Trisexual weed stories time. Drug consumption and who you fuck are a private matter. Stop putting it in everyone's face.
What? Well, first of all, stop saying drug consumption, okay? It's like the word conspiracy theory. We don't refer to alcohol consumption with it or anything else. And let's not argue on the terms of the fucking DEA.
At Krueger.
It's Kruger, yeah?
Ellie and Dog.
Kruger, who never replies to my Discord messages. Let me read this Discord message, okay? Why wouldn't you reply to this, everyone? Where was it?
At Troll, 6 degrees Celsius 20. Did I say anything about public consumption?
And it's an idea I think
you
we should
read
follow
worse
up on.
than spooky.
I said the strongest people in the world, and I linked him a video to sumo wrestlers. Because everyone knows, Mongolians. Greatest sumo wrestlers. Fuck, the Japanese can't sumo for shit, okay? The Japanese can't sumo. They've got all these little fucking fat guys.
I am not a sumo wrestler and I will defiantly not let you be my
Yes,
martyr.
you will. I will, and we'll be unstoppable. You're like 6'5" or some shit. Do you know what a fucking beast you could be? We just need to get you on that diet.
Legalizing drugs leads to the same shit than legalizing gays. The drug is like the degenerates will use their free speech to put it in everyone's face.
Well, you know what, something, right? Fuck all these people I want to put you on a fucking train, okay?
Krueger.
And turn you into
You should hear him out.
Turn you into a fucking
Romeo.
bar of soap. That's what I want to happen to you, troll fucking 6C fucking, okay? Your
I don't
fucking
wanna be
shitty
fat.
dad points.
Ooh.
Kruger, just... It's in your blood. It's in your blood. One of the
At
fucking...
Kruger it's not getting fat, it's just extreme bulking.
Exactly.
At Super Susie 87 absolutely women should have never been integrated into the workforce, let alone vote.
It's not fat.
TBH I understand 6 degrees Celsius 20.
It's
At
strong.
Sodat.
It's strong. And powerful. Okay? As a matter of fact, fuck this. I'm watching fucking... Watch this shit, man.
At Troll, 6 degrees Celsius 20 again you are basically an ex-tranny by your logic. Degrees Celsius lol. Correct.
Watch this motherfucker. Hold on.
At Herbie Buggery by my logic I'm a 50s gay guy who had a wife and kids. At Troll, 6 degrees Celsius 20 who used to be a tranny. At Troll, 6 degrees Celsius
you better
20
get
I
other
agree that
people,
some
not a
hotheads do
bookmaker.
shove it in
Bet
people's
better odds.
faces. And live their lives by it. Sumo.
Now this could be you, Kruger. Just get ready for this guy, alright?
Plays taco drum. At Troll, 6 degrees Celsius 20 did she leave you cause you can't think good?
I was one of 7
Oh,
boys that
shut
went to
up.
Japan to join a stable when I was still quite young.
That lowly entering the bus could be me.
40代竹行司式守伊之助が合わせます
Lol.
Damn!
とあっけなくあっけなく36
See the speed!
At Herbie Buggery we wanted a comparison. Now go to a weed
Watch
parade and
this.
distribute
Look
candy
at that.
with weed taste to children. Having a porn folder.
この気持ちをどこに持っていけばいいのか
Greatest sumo rest. Fuck the Japanese.
アロマ富士ももうその勢いで飛び出してしまいました富士がいて白鵬が入ってきてアロマ富士が唇を噛み締めながら白鵬のこうきっと視線を見せたんですけれども白鵬は最後は忘れなかったですね実は千秋楽は優勝した力士が
This guy's a fucking beast, by the way.
秋場所唯一吉風が勝った時には突っ張りで攻めてそのペースに相手を巻き込みましたさあ結びの一番
Here we go. Boof! Boof! Boof!
横綱が見て引っ張っていきます中に入れないようにしています左で張ったさあここで吉風はずっと後ろに回った
Fuck out there!
入
Damn!
れましたかなり出血しているのはおそらく吉風
Fucked him up.
ご覧の話白鵬勝って7勝1
Well,
敗
at one point I've seen him lift and suplex a 500-pound man over his head, so... Oh!
そうですねもう途中から
Oh! Someone died!
最後はもう投げ捨てるような寄り切りでした
Watch this, watch the guy.
春馬富士も休場
Oh,
明け
I'm sorry, I'm rewatching it a bit weird.
休場明けの両横綱が終盤 1年納めの土俵を引っ張っていきますが、昨日に続いて今日も横綱を倒すか。
Oh, the size of this gut though. What's he gonna do with this? The center of gravity on that fucking gun. Throw on salt, man. Cleanse the ring of demons and invite the deities. Oh, oof, oof! Couple of fucking elbows in the face right there. Oh, and he's out. I really wish he has some great suplexes. I want you to see some of the suplexes in Sumo. They're brutal. Just throw him off that fucking clay fucking stand. Also, the referee guy that you see there as well, the umpire, he's got a dual role as sort of a priest in the ring. But he's got the cash. He's got cash money, cash in his little dress there, in little envelopes, and he just hands the winner of like the tournament just cash. It's great. So raw. Seen the fucking boof! He's out! Dead! Dead! And walks away like a fucking boss. Look at them toes. Look at his toes. He's fucking out. And everyone's just kind of like, oh well, sorry. By the way, they measured the force of these guys, and sometimes they hit at like a 2-ton force together in the middle. So you can imagine the fucking power of that hitting you in the jaw. Boom! You're out. TKO.
Bang, boom. Down he goes like a sack of potatoes. That's me. All quite legal, by the way. There's nothing. You can't say it wasn't not allowed. Don't see it too often, but.
大相撲ファンは相撲を見てきましたが、あっけなく終わってしまいました。これも勝負といえば勝負。
Oh, fuck off. Fuck Admiral Casino. I hope everybody involved dies. Oh, I love this song. Besides them lads, man. Big stable of sumos. I play rugby sometimes. I'm not being racially insensitive, Kruger, okay? Exactly, rugby's fun. I cannot... I'm sure there's good Mongolian rugby players. I am not genetically built for sumo. Otherwise I'd do it, because it's the greatest thing in the world. Okay, it is the greatest sport.
If he wins, it'll force a championship
watch one more.
Against
Come on.
Hakuho and Kotoshu. Here we go. Hakuho catches Asashori right away. but both arms inside by Asa Shoryu. Hakuo tries to advance. Chest to chest. Power against power. Pride against pride. Hakuo gets his favorite grip. And this should go Hakuo's way right now. It seems like Hakuo is waiting for the right moment to go in for the kill. Hakuo is being very careful.
Go on.
Asa Shoryu goes for the Makikaro. Asa Shoryu now has a strong grip with his left hand. Asa Shoryu drives. Hakuo struggles. Hakuo now gets the
Oh, he's going for that fucking... Yeah, can you imagine how much those slaps hurt? Oh, how much that hurts. The funny thing is about those, I guess the front row seats as well, right there, are the most expensive, and you can't have food or drink or anything, or even canes. You're not allowed to, a walking cane or anything, obviously, because the sumos end up splatting into the fucking ring, and they don't want people getting injured. But I always thought, like, why would you want to sit there? Someone's gonna get fucking seriously hurt.
Putting up that much of a fight.
Well, for someone who had injuries to his elbow and his shoulders, that was a fight.
So yeah, that's
Asa Shoryu showed his pride.
That's
Even though
Sumo.
he lost, this is
That's
one
kind
of
of
the
my big,
match.
my big sell to Kruger. Really, is I will be your manager. We could do great things. I even know I can cook the sumo food. It's a dish, I can't remember what it's called now, but I know how to cook it. It's just like, it's good shit, man. Just meat, a lot of protein, and fucking a shitload of vegetables. And you spend all day in a sumo stable, just a big room, where you just fucking bash into other guns. Oh yeah. Like, they didn't show any of the highlights I was wanting to really show right then. But some of these dudes, they throw each other over the heads and shit. Like, it's fucking insane, the power that these guys have. Okay? Absolutely insane. They may be the most powerful, like, combat athletes in the world. It's insane. Obviously, I'm not saying that, like, or they'd defeat everyone, or they'd be able to fucking, but it's not going to be good if one of those guys comes charging at you. It might be a short fucking burst of energy, but it's going to do some serious fucking damage. Yeah, the sumo soup does look good. And I imagine it is good since they eat it all day, every day, and they're a bunch of fat bastards. But also, Kruger, this is the other thing as well. You don't like there are actually, especially in the United States, like the United States do sumo. Well, not. I don't mean, I just mean they have like a big sumo competition and stuff like that, and a lot of Americans do it. White people, Asians, obviously, black people, like everyone partakes in it. There's different weight classes as well, so not everyone's has these fucking huge guns. Obviously, that's the star attraction, and they're the most powerful people. But there are actually weight classes, at least in the American sumo, lightweights and everything. So yeah, but I don't know, man. There must be something. There must be something about It can't just be Mongolian wrestling. Okay, there must be something about Mongolians that makes them. Because all the top sumos are just these Mongolian beasts, who the Japanese sort of like side eye because they expose the Japanese. Smashing walls would be cool. Why isn't TTS on? Because I refreshed. Are you two still arguing about weed? What do you say about sumos? I don't know if that's true. I heard somewhere sumo wrestlers only one meal a day.
Try a disc doubt that. I am trying to stop so hard. Yeah. Think Akibu is from Hawaii.
Akabono, yeah. I don't know, actually. I know him from wrestling. Pro wrestling. I'll give him a quick Google. And then we'll get into the star news story of the day.
Nice to meet you, Obsoletist. I'm Herb.
Nice to meet you. Although we haven't met before, but you were in such a fucking stoned haze. Bono is an American-born Japanese professional wrestler, but he was from Hawaii, so...
Sumo wrestler eat all the time. They eat, sleep, then eat again.
They don't eat and sleep. They're not lazy bastards. Stop barking! Fucking dog. Barks at fucking anything.
When I was what?
I said when you were like...
Was I drunk?
No, you were fucking high as fuck, probably. Or maybe drunk. I don't know. But we have communicated.
Or was it when I was new?
I don't think it was when you were new, because you were here already when I arrived. My voice is really failing me now. I'm fucking so
You're always
ill.
new, Herb.
Right. The star story of the
If
day.
you want to get fat, you gotta eat.
Yeah,
You
well,
fog.
that's why I think a lot of these sumos are fucking cheating on the side, because the sumo grub that they were showing, it looked real healthy. It didn't look like the type of thing that would make you gain, like, 800 pounds, but...
No, they gain weight that way. Eat, rest, then eat again. If we'd made you stupid and lazy, you were already stupid and lazy before you started smoking it, just saying.
They don't eat and rest. Oh no, they must eat all day anyway. Because I remember I was watching a documentary on it now, and the younger Kishi are in the kitchen, like the young students and that, and they like a lot of what they do all day is just cook that fucking food all day. All the sumo dojos have like a kitchen, obviously, as a diet's a huge part of it. And they just cook that grub all day, and they eat that shit, and they fucking sumo wrestle. They fucking sumo wrestle, like, all
Weed is
martial
healthier than smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, but smoking anything's probably not healthy.
Both are dog shit though.
But then, again, what are you fucking arguing about? You guys are American, alright, and we have similar problems over here. Your food is poison. Your food is slowly poisoning you. I don't know if it's true, but I'm gonna believe it until I die, whether it is or isn't.
I bet being the janitor for a sumo stable must suck.
That thing I've seen. Yeah, a lot of people have to wash those. I can't remember what they're called now, but the fucking, you know what I'm talking about, the big fucking cloths that they wear. They just get chucked in a fucking laundry basket, and I think the young Kishi have to wash them as well.
Our water is poison.
The water and the food is just slowly poisoning you. Like I was saying, I'll believe until the day I die. That factoid I heard once about Americans being like 2% corn because they eat that much corn. Oh, it's got to be true. It's too good not to be true.
In Russia, my diet consists of spam and sausages.
Is that a euphemism?
And pickled gherkin.
Gherkin? Oh, you dirty bastard. You dirty, dirty bastard. There's nothing worse than a gherkin.
Lol.
It's like my fear.
Eho currently popular with the Japanese. At Krueger probably, but tobacco isn't even that bad without all the chemicals they add to them. Hand-rolled cigars are much safer, for example, and the science isn't even really in on smoking weed cause it was illegal to study it for so long. Yes, that is true. Euphemism. Add to cigarettes.
Yeah, well, it's the same with everything though. Same shit they add to cigarettes is what they add to the food. Preservatives. Etc. Although cigarettes is out of control. Like the fact that I think it's like, isn't it like 100 different... It's like, yeah, what happened to just tobacco? Like it can't go bad that quickly, right?
Oh come on, there have been clinical studies about cannabis since the late 60s.
Oh, come on.
Troll, 6 degrees Celsius 20 mg. Damn stoners.
Yeah, and the people, guess what?
At Troll, 6 degrees Celsius 20 link 1.
Who cares about the fucking link though? Again, it's like, we're talking about small peas. What you fucking bothered about? Is smoking weed good for you? Probably not. Is it
At
bad for
least you
you?
can't poison pickled cookies with chemicals. They were all done by the GOFT and they were mandated to only report negative effects.
I don't know if it was something about you being Russian or something there, Kruger, but my fucking mind went straight to those poisonings that was happening last year. But
They weren't in
now I
any
know what
way
you're talking about.
objective.
Well, even if they're, honestly, right, first of all, right, we all know, I don't know anyone that didn't smoke weed at some point, okay? That's just life now, and there's no...
At Troll, 6 degrees Celsius 20 plus I was just arguing your side.
Anyway, I'm not even a huge fucking supporter. I just hate dad arguments. It's like when you hear
Learn
Peter
to read.
Hitchens.
Check the bibliography.
Oh yeah, because that's what people want to do. Why don't you, since you're a fucking expert on it, this is something... Here, check this fucking link. Now you go find the fucking... I'm sure it's in there somewhere. Just relying on the fact that you won't search through 700 million words.
I smoked
Full of
hash,
shit.
not weed upon further examination.
Yeah, we call everything weed in the UK. And then if you get something, you're like, oh, what, you mean hash? Yeah. The police call it, once they pulled me over and found it, I was like 17. I had a joint and a small bag of weed. The cop was cool about it. He made me pour it out,
Just
which wasn't
down
so
in the
cool.
bibliography,
But,
most studies from the Sovieties.
And took my name to probably just scare me. Give me a
At
warning
Troll,
and sent me on
6
my way.
degrees Celsius 20. This is from 2012 and acute effects of THC on time perception in frequent and infrequent cannabis users isn't exactly life-threatening, is it? At Troll, 6 degrees Celsius 20 link 1.
Are you finished, TTS lady? May I?
Alright, /chat got to go to work.
See you later, psych. I'm just lost now. So we're gonna go to this, like I said a million times, the Star News story, and then I'm gonna fucking leave yous all. Okay?
See your psych.
You're desecrating the name of God! Gay Jewish man says stranger harassed him over pink kapar. Isn't it a yarmulke?
07 Psyche. I think food in Russia is less healthy than in UK. After all.
Sorry, what did they just say about the UK?
There's worse bad decisions than pot.
I think food in Russia is less healthy. Yeah, it probably is. One good thing about the UK and the big fucking nanny state that it is our food standards are impeccable. Except the whole thing with like halal slaughter that we for some reason allow to happen, which is
Troll,
like
6 degrees Celsius 20. If you want to continue this discussion, could we take it to another channel or just drop it?
Right. New York. Let's listen to the shills first. Let's see what they have to say about it. It was appalling, a horrible hate crime, heinous hate crime. I wish I had a little bingo card.
If anything, it's an argument for smoking weed for older people as time goes by faster as you get older.
A bizarre but good point.
On video, and it's going viral.
Is a Russian
Hate
breakfast less healthy than the traditional English breakfast?
Listen, right, there's nothing wrong with a traditional English breakfast, alright? It's everything else. It's everything. People go on about this.
At easy oven operator, lol.
That big greasy fucking English. Yeah, and it wouldn't be a problem if you weren't stuffing your face with like 9 fucking Mars bars a day. A bunch of fucking other shit that's bad for you all day, every day. Maybe go for a couple of McDonald's. People lived on that shit.
English breakfast is delicious though.
Yeah, and people lived and thrived on it.
If I have more time, I'll link you the studies.
Decades.
This was just a quick Google search.
Decades. People were fine. Centuries. Let's be honest, it's England. People were fine with all this food. They didn't become big fucking massive fat bastards until, and sorry to hate on America again, but until you came up with all this delicious fucking fried shit that we didn't need to know about. Okay? Bringing your KFC, your Domino's, your fucking Papa John's.
At Troll,
I
6
can barely stop
degrees
myself.
Celsius 20. We'll pick it up next time if you like. I'm pretty well versed on the topic.
The only reason I go to the gym anymore is so I'm not a big fucking fat fuck. Hoping for anything else is going to be fucking hopeless. Just remain skinny.
Who is Jewish and gay.
It happened at a subway station at 28th
that's
and
not
Broadway,
really
and now
true,
that man is speaking out.
Obsoletist. You fry fish.
Alright, fair enough. Yeah.
About the incident
But again,
in Manhattan.
they were, but once over, you've got to think back. Once over, this was just we were just a bunch of fucking miners, as in people who mine, and fishermen and shit. They were just fucking hard-working. These diets were fine for people like that. It's when they turned us into a big fucking works in a call center, sitting on their ass all day.
Even as the mayor weighing in, and CBS 2's Jessica Layton has this.
The insult started as Adam Eli was getting off at this
Mine is
subway
under
stop at
Margaret
28th
Thatcher.
and Broadway. The vile
You're
comments
insulting
quickly
girls.
becoming
How it
too
just
much to
clicked in on
ignore.
who is
Out
Jewish
of the
and
blue
gay.
and with an angry finger
Fishes
point,
until the
Adam
EU.
Eli says this man...
Who's this guy?
English breakfast is like beans and toast and egg, right?
A full English breakfast. Hold on. We'll go back to this in a second. I'll get a picture of it just so. Obviously, you can mix and match if you don't like one certain thing. This might horrify Americans. I think I've shown T-Dog what black pudding is before.
And cheddar and other stuff.
Black pudding is
At
basically
Herbie
like...
Buggery, don't forget the blood sausage.
Yeah, blood sausage. That's what black pudding is. Literally, it's blood
Oh,
sausage.
right.
But it's people like it. I'm not a huge fan. Fuck's sake! Google! Why can't I get fucking pictures anymore? You go on Google Images, right? And everything's like a tiny little fucking picture. You can't click and get a direct link to any picture anymore because there's some shit fucking copyright bullshit. God! That fucking woman who
At
went into
Herbie
YouTube didn't do
Buggery, and
enough.
the toast is deep fried in butter.
Right. Where the fuck is just a picture of a fucking full English breakfast? All this shitty fucking foreign
Blood
bullshit.
sausage is very healthy. Are your black pudding?
Come on, just a... Right,
So what is it, blood and flour?
Right, okay. Right, this is... It's a copyrighted picture of a fucking full English breakfast. Because God forbid someone use... This might be a bit fancier than most people have it. Alright? But basically you got your sausages, you got your eggs, you got your bacon, you got your beans, you got your tomato, sometimes mushrooms. This one doesn't have black pudding for some reason. They have butter on toast here, which is the healthy version. What really you should have is fried butter on toast. You fry it in a fucking pan. Make that shit more unhealthy. And
Here's a Brit test. What do you think of Marmite?
Marmite. Well, you either love it or hate it, don't you? It's alright. It's fucking...
I like Marmite.
Yeah. I never
Beans
choose...
for breakfast.
I never choose to have it
Fucking
really, though.
sickos. At Herbie Buggery, more meat than
Don't
blood.
knock it till you try it. This is the problem with people. They go fucking sickos. I've never met anyone who's tried an English breakfast and ever went back. Okay? This is a fucking delicious breakfast. It really is. Just trust me, everything goes well. You got your tomato as well in there, not just the fucking beans. Just adds a bit of spice.
I tried Marmite and Vegemite and I don't care of either much.
Of course,
It's just alright.
Yeah.
Crew is
yeah, that's
more
kind
of
what
a
I think.
Brit than you. With this breakfast you don't have to eat till the rest of the day. 4.
You say Crew is more of a Brit than me. Why? Why is he more of a Brit than me?
Black pudding.
Come on, you fucking piece of shit work. There we go. So this is black
To
pudding.
be fair, Crew Egg is probably happy to have anything other than spam and rat. Because he really loves Marmite. It's also okay to say you really hate it too. Blood pudding doesn't scare me. I've eaten some weird shit.
Yeah, but it's apparently everyone loves it. All right, it can't be that bad. English people it's not like we're fucking Vietnamese. You know what I mean? We don't eat fucking.
Well, lamb, not rat, but yeah.
We don't eat like insects and stuff like that. So it's a first world country. We're not desperate for food, and people eat this shit up, man. That's black pudding. People love this shit, and it's blood
There
and
it is.
sausage and fucking. I don't like it. I mean, it's not. The thing is, right? I can taste. I can fucking put that shit in my mouth, right? Like blind taste it, and I'd be like, oh, it's not. It doesn't repulse me like that. It's the thought of it.
I ate part of a bison's heart.
Who the fuck said that? Of course it was Herb. Anyway,
Raw whale blubber.
Have you ever seen a whale burger? You've ever seen a whale burger? This changed my mind on the Japanese. Whale burger. What's this shit? Look how fucking good this
Mountain
looks.
lion tail. The Brits hide their love of weird food well. You have to know what to ask. It apparently tastes like metallic spices.
Yeah, you can there's a metallic taste.
At pineapple ear juice, what do you mean like donkey?
I've eaten horse. I ate horse in Holland. Or was it Belgium?
All steaks are basically cow ass.
But yeah, they are. Yeah, horse was nice.
At Triadisk, a lot of iron in fish meat.
This is a whale burger. What you're seeing right now. Looks alright, right? It's pretty fucking good. I bet it's fishy though. That's a problem. I don't like fish. I don't like seafood. I don't like fishy food. It's fucking disgusting.
Should they know about vegans? Now those are nasty.
About what? Wine gums? Wine gums aren't nasty. What the fuck are you talking about?
That looks better than muktuk. I ate a shark and a python one time.
T-dog. It wasn't
asterisk.
Shark thin, was
Whale
it?
blubber isn't good.
What do you mean? It is. Well,
You
who
live
eats
in
whale?
UK. How do you not like fish?
Because I'm a fucking weirdo. It's disgusting. So imagine, right? Imagine like the ocean's just a big toilet.
You have cod selling on every corner.
It's the toilet of it. We do not have cod. Well, I mean, in fish shops, I suppose.
I ate some shark in Honduras.
And don't say you. You live here now as well.
He doesn't have a strong opinion on Marmite. He doesn't like fish.
What's this theory you're coming up with here?
And
I'm
I've
not
had
English.
rattlesnake, but not python. How was it?
I've been fucking.
It was a shark fillet.
I've been rumbled here as not a Brit. Will you shut up fucking
Maybe
barking?
you're Scottish or Irish.
I'm afraid that's still British.
Do you like
Whether they
fucking
like it or
sheep
not.
also?
I'm not Welsh. I don't like fucking sheep.
At Herbie Buggery it was alright.
What did that just say? Right, back
Damn.
to.
Lol.
Let's get this. Let's fucking power through this now.
And started hurling outright hate, ordering the gay Jewish man dressed in denim with a pride
Oh, can you fucking blame him? He's probably just offended
and
by.
bedazzled purse to
Oh my god!
Do
Yep.
you like dressing in skirts?
Do you like? I'm not Scottish. I'm from the north, and they're not skirts either. They're kilts. I'm from North England.
He is from Essex, Chatham, England. Jamie O'Rourke says so.
Jamil Rawls taught me about Chatham, England. Looks lovely.
his pink kippa or yarmulke.
desecrating the name of God.
What, because I'm gay and wearing a kippah?
Wait, because I'm gay? Because I'm just so fabulous?
The disturber captured on
Star
and it's going viral.
David.
Sorry, we've got to go back and see his pretty
Hate
purse.
speech directed at a man who is
Do you
Jewish
like
and
lips
gay.
and tatties?
What's he saying now?
Essex. Larder.
Nips and tatties. Nips, get your nips out! I was in a bar once with an incredibly drunk friend who was fucking shouting at the female DJ. It was a fucking like 15 people in the fucking pub. Get your bean out, DJ!
His name is also Stephen Wordsworth.
Don't dox me! And it's not. My name's Izzy. And I'm a Pakistani British citizen from Birmingham.
It happened at a subway station at 28th and
Liverpool.
Broadway, and now that man is speaking out about the incident in Manhattan.
DJ.
That even as the mayor weighing in, and CBS 2's Jessica Layton has
Come on,
this.
get to his pretty purse.
The insult started as Adam Eli was getting off at this subway stop at 28th and Broadway. The vile comments quickly becoming too much to ignore. Out of the blue and with an angry finger point, Adam Eli says this man started hurling outright hate, ordering the gay Jewish man dressed in denim with a pride patch and bedazzled.
That's right.
Look at his pretty purse. Look at his pretty purse. Izzy Wordsworth. Izzy Abdul Sajid Wordsworth.
To take off his pink
That's why you don't have a strong opinion on Mummite.
It is. I've been rumbled.
You're desecrating the name
That's
of
a
God.
Barbie
What, because I'm
purse.
gay and wearing a kippah?
Because I'm gay and wearing a
Bedazzled
kippah?
purse pulls the whole outfit together.
Is that why?
Goddamn.
Well, they did match his fingernails.
Why?
The disturbing encounter spilled out from the subway station onto the streets of the Flatiron District as Eli
He's fucking
was heading
furious.
to a fashion show Sunday afternoon.
He started following me and chasing me and yelling at me, and then I realized how angry.
And I went home and
Is
I
he
wrote
servant of
I wrote a
Ajit?
show. Adam Eli, Greenwich Village resident.
Is what that translates to.
It's just amazing that racism. Bedazzled purse pulls the whole outfit together. God damn, that's Barbie's purse. It's one of those things
He has a ring
that
on his nose.
both trannies and gay guys do. Well, incredibly camp gay guys. Where they like try I don't know what they have like a false impression of what.
Amazi.
Like I would never buy.
Tragically
He was, and how
I
intense
would
it was
never
getting.
buy my girlfriend
So I
that bag
started filming.
ever, because I'd bring it to her and she'd be like, "What the fuck is that like?" It's like a little fucking. I'm not walking around with that. But these gay guys think that's fabulous. That's what women would. It's like no.
In the closet. Take your keep off. This is not Judaism.
Whoa!
The 28-year-old Greenwich Village writer with a huge social media presence says he posted the video to make a point.
Look at the hatred and violence that is in.
Hatred and violence. This is what they do. This is what these sneaky Jews do all the time with their fucking neuro-linguistic programming. Hate and violence. Hate and violence. There is no violence here.
Is that guy an Arab?
And I think he's actually he looks North
Lives in NYC.
He looks North African. I'd say this guy's like Egyptian, Tunisian would be my
If so,
guess.
I like how he did the Arab finger wag. Based nigger vs faggot kike.
But these fucking, they always do this thing. You've got to be careful. You hear it all the time. You'll hear it in the news as well. Hate and violence, hate and violence. They say it together to associate the two words. So like all these hateful people, it's associated with the same sort of like reaction as violence. So then when people like Antifa fucking hit someone over the head with a fucking pole for so-called hatred, people don't, bat a second eyelid. Is that a saying? Bat an eyelid.
Directed at a cis white man, and now
a cis white man.
Try to
Niggers versus
imagine
faggots.
the type of venom
Sounds
and hatred
like
and
a
violence
game.
that's thrown at trans people and transgender people of color every single day.
The enraged man, who hasn't been identified, followed him for a few blocks. Eli eventually says he had to go hide out in a store to be safe. And while he wasn't physically attacked this time, he knows the next targeted person may not be so lucky.
It's imperative that we stand up for our community members that don't have that same privilege.
Fuck off, right? What happened is, like, this guy was obviously maybe impolite to him.
Arab men hold hands, Uff said.
I bet he gave him a weird look, and then this guy turns around and said, "What are you looking at? What do you think?" And then the guy starts arguing, and then this guy gets his phone out. The guy didn't attack him, alright? So the guy's not that fucking... You know what I mean? If this guy was a real...
CIS white man.
If this guy was a real problem, he'd have just jumped on this guy.
Follow the guy's hand gestures.
But he didn't. He's saying he followed him for blocks, which I think was... Because at that point they're arguing.
White? His fucking necklace with the Star of David.
Yeah. I think he was saying, if you imagine yourself being a cis white man, and like you understand that the hatred and violence. The hatred and violence. One day I sucked so much cock.
Pineapple ear juice, call him up and ask for one yourself, you lazy Aussie.
That I ended up getting
He's a fellow white, leave him the fuck alone.
Eli says he did not file a police report. He didn't see how that could help. In the Flatiron District, Jessica Layton, CBS 2 News.
What did you say?
Eli says he did not file a police report. He didn't see how that could help.
Right, yeah, of course it can't help. I'll film it. I'll film it all online, put it on my social media. Get 1 million real likes.
In the Flatiron District, Jessica Layton, CBS 2 News.
And the encounter caught the attention of the mayor. Tonight he tweeted it takes courage to confront homophobia and tell a story like this.
Yeah, it takes courage, doesn't it, when every single corporation, institution, and the majority of the people all side with you.
Dox your gut, choose.
How brave. How fucking
He didn't
brave.
file a police report cause the other guy was black. There was a story like this the other day. Lesbian couple got kicked out of an Uber in the rain when the driver realized they were dykes. Didn't say his race, but we all know he was a Muslim. Thou shalt not lie with mankind, as with womankind, it is detestable. Lev. 1822. I bet he would file a police report if it would be a white guy doing that. Global homo gayplex.
Well, Kruger's sticking up for the white man. It is. It's global homo gayplay. But this is all we're going to have forever. This is the future. This isn't the future anyway. This is the present. This is... That is Western civilization now. Okay? Because you like too many fucking fruity Hollywood movies. And they made a little bit too much money. Okay? Now guess what? America used to be fucking free. America used to be fucking strong. Now America's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Triadisk, thanks for including the Hebrew, make it easier for me.
And so is fucking Europe. Europe's just fabulous. Europe is going in the right direction. I fucking hate these people. There's no point of reading any of that because I just watched the entire police report. Let's have a quick look on CBS New York because I've never actually been on this website. There might be something incredibly interesting. 9/11/2 happening right now. Oh, sorry, Bert. I forgot that, like, I'm not even going to say it. Man diagnosed with breast cancer caused by 9/11 toxins urged. So it's a pretty 9/11-y day, which I suppose shouldn't be surprising since it's 9/11, the New York thing. 10-year-old boy standing by a bus stop struck by a vehicle.
Jews don't fly so good.
No, that's anti-Semitic. Oh, Bolton's out. The fucking Mr. Monopoly.
At Krell, I read that as alt-right golden girls at Vice right.
Mr. Monopoly from the fucking Warhawk edition. This fucking... Honestly, how can you...
To our Western edition, President Trump deployed his...
Did you just steal my joke?
Good evening and welcome to our Western edition. President Trump deployed his signature line, "You're fired," against his own national security advisor.
Yeah, because he's a fucking idiot that he ever... I can't believe Donald Trump ever appointed this guy.
For you.
You're a big head. What? I'm so glad this
who
guy's
says he
gone.
quit. John Bolton's departure from the White House had long been rumored, but the end came quickly today. The president cited
Not quick
policy
enough.
disagreements with Bolton,
You should have fired him with a fucking drone strike.
who's known as a hawk on foreign policy. Bolton was President
hawk?
Trump's third national
Hawk?
security advisor to be forced out, preceded by Michael Flynn and H.R. McMaster. Bolton is also the 18th cabinet-level official to exit the administration
Where are the black people at? Where are the black people at?
in just over 2.5 years. CBS's Weijia Zhang is at the White House tonight with new reporting on why the president decided to cut his advisor loose.
Our camera spotted John Bolton outside the West Wing this morning, just hours before the president revealed that he had told him his services are no longer needed at the White House. But the ousted national security advisor disputed that, saying he offered to leave. His resignation letter delivered to the president this morning.
We're going to announce sanctions against...
Notoriously hawkish, Bolton took a hardline approach to foreign policy that clashed with the president's. Most recently, he opposed the widely criticized plan to meet with Taliban leaders at Camp David. Bolton was also against Mr. Trump's embrace of North Korean...
Bolton's against anything that means like less missiles being sold. That's his opinion on everything. If you want war, you hire him. Which is why I was so surprised when Donald Trump brought him in. I was like, if this is actually coming from Trump, it's over. He wants war. Because why else would you get an advisor? Everyone knows John Bolton, everyone knows his opinions. You don't need to hear them from him, you just need someone in the administration to confirm a direction.
Dictator
or
Kim
an approach.
Jong-un and his openness to engaging with Iran.
Oh no, engaging with Iran. Oh no. Can't we just have a fucking 19-year war and sink another like 2 trillion fucking down the drain? Why can't we do that? Because America!
John Bolton's priorities and policies just don't line up with the president's.
CBS.
I've seen American roads. Okay, I've been commenting on it recently. It's genius what they do, but it leaves them ugly as fuck, where there's a crack in the road and they just fill it up with that rubber shit. But good idea, because you got so many roads, but maybe you could spend a bit of fucking money on that infrastructure, get things looking pretty new and shiny again. The amount of money. One day we're going to look back at it, they had all this money. And they still had dirty streets somehow. What were they spending it on?
It would be fun.
Well, you know, they have to have a military. A military so big that they can only be preparing for an alien invasion. They could have...
At Pineapple Ear Juice, why not take that line of thinking to its logical conclusion and dox your dick?
The United States could have a military the quarter of the size it is now. A quarter, and it would still... no country would be able to match it. It's lunacy. I don't know what is... It's some Ponzi scheme. Just to have the maximum amount of money into something that way these people apparently can make money from it. Even exerting influence, all the military bases and everything they have over the world, which is basically just the British Empire. Look at a map of the British Empire before the end of World War II. And then look at a map of American military bases around the world. It's the same empire, it was just handed over. Because the British Empire went broke. After that fat fucking lout idiot Churchill got us involved in the war. So who do we hand it to? Better the Americans than the Russians.
News has learned in his 17-month stint, Bolton never worked well with the national security team and had become increasingly isolated, even skipping meetings. He and Secretary of State Mike Pompeo were locked in a public feud.
Can you describe your working relationship with John Bolton?
I know everyone's talked about this for an awfully long time. There were definitely places that Ambassador Bolton and I had different views about how we should proceed.
But it's the relationship with President Trump that matters most, and theirs had deteriorated.
John Bolton is extraordinarily abrasive. I think at the very beginning, his style, rough and tough, may have been appealing to the president, but over time, I don't think that worked for him.
Rough and tough.
Weijia joins us from the White House, and Weijia, we've known
Bolton in the first place.
Yeah, you're right. And it's easy to be a rough and tough, hardline fucking warhawk when you're not the one that actually has to ever fight. He's a skinny, weak man who could be physically dominated by most other men.
Better we hand it to the Americans to the Russians.
And he goes around.
Bitfo.
And he goes around swinging his fucking dick like it's the size of the American military. It's fucking ridiculous. He should be in prison.
That they were at odds for several months. But what have you learned about what triggered this sudden dismissal?
Well, CBS News has learned President Trump was furious because he believes John Bolton leaked a story that said he wanted to explore the use of nuclear weapons to stop hurricanes from hitting the U.S. But at the core of this is the dispute over foreign policy. And a source close to Bolton says he feels he was successful because under his watch there were no, quote, bad deals made. Nora.
All right. Ouija, thank you.
//
Former Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice is no stranger.
You already know John Bolton's opinion on everything. No reason to have him around. He just wants to bomb shit.
Yeah, war with Iran for the obvious reason. They burn terrorism in all that shit, which of course they do.
The only thing large about the American military is its budget it spends.
Well, I'm not going to shit on the American military again. It is an elite force compared to most other nations. It's incredibly well funded and armed, and but there's something about, I don't know, there's I know a lot of people who were in the military who fought alongside American soldiers in Iraq, and they do stupid shit. It's not the American soldiers, it's the leadership, it's the neocon generals in the United States military. They haven't won a war since World War II, which was it even a victory? Really? I mean, after what happened? I mean, a real war. An actual real war. They've had skirmishes. They've had the fucking Iraq thing. It wasn't a victory. You didn't even actually get the oil. It was like business interests. Again, a military skirmish. Business interests. No Iraqi boats were showing up on the shores. No Iraqi airstrikes on coastal towns or anything like that. The American neocon generals can't win a war. They're useless. They've got that massive military at their disposal. And they do nothing but just drain it. But anyway. That's the end of this stream for today. So again, thank you for coming in. As usual.
Never forget how America won World War II, boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Again. Not going to shit on America in World War II either. Their soldiers, everybody, the whole thing was just a fucking tragedy. On all sides. But, that's something that annoys Europeans particularly. You know, your continent's completely destroyed trying to fight one way or the other. Russia, the amount of people that died, Russians that died, we don't even fucking know the amount that were actually killed on the way to on the way down the Red Road. And then once all the sides are just sort of like fucking completely destroyed and the infrastructure's wrecked, Big Daddy comes in, don't they, and just swipes the table. Clever, genius move. That's how they ended up with the fucking world empire. But it's tiresome when you hear about how they saved the world over and over. When Britain lost everything. Anyway, thank you again, everyone, for joining. And I'll leave you with the song from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which everyone needs to see. It's a good movie. And I'm not just saying that to be trendy.
Hey, Harry.
Oh, stop with the adverts, YouTube. It's every fucking video now. So, see you all later.
Good stram. Good one, Obsoletist.
Nothing I can do about it.